Welcome to Leetcode Explained. Today we are solving number of unique XOR triplets too. Also, if you have any questions while watching, just drop a comment and I will reply. Here is the problem page. It is a bit dense, so let's break it down visually step by step. We are given a list of integers, like this one containing a 1 and a 3. We need to pick 3 numbers from it. Their positions, let's call them I, J, and K, must be in that exact order, or they can be the exact same position. We take these 3 chosen numbers and calculate their XOR sum. Our ultimate goal is to find out how many distinct XOR results we can possibly get from all valid combinations. Let's walk through an example. If our list is 1 and 3, we can pick the very first item 3 times. That gives us 1 XOR 1 XOR 1, which results in 1. If we pick the first item twice and the second item once, we get 1 XOR 1 XOR 3, which is 3. Listing every single valid combination out, we get these results. Looking at the results, the only unique values are 1 and 3. So our final answer is 2. We will step through the solution using Python first. But don't worry, the full code for Java, C++, and JavaScript will be shown at the end of the video. Let's look at the first approach. It is basically a smart way of listing things out. First, we observe that the XOR operation never requires more bits than the numbers we start with. So we find the maximum number in our list and find the next biggest power of 2 to use as an upper limit. Because we know this strict upper limit, we can use a simple list of true and false flags to keep track of the XOR values we have seen, which is much faster than a standard hash set. The logic is to first check every possible pair of numbers in our list and record their XOR results. Then, we take all of those pair results we just found and XOR them with every single number in the list to simulate adding the third number. Here is the full Python code for this first approach. By the way, if you want to test this out yourself, you can copy the code directly from leetcodeunlocked.com, link in the description. Now let's break this down. First, we find our maximum value and calculate our upper bound, which we will call U. Then we create a boolean array called S, filled with false to store our results. This double loop goes through all valid pairs, using indices I and J, and marks their XOR value as true in the S array. Next, we prepare a second array called T. We then loop through all possible values up to our limit U. If we have not seen a value in our pairs list, we simply skip it. If it does exist, we XOR it with every number in our original list. We record this final 3-number result in the T array, and finally count how many true flags we have. Now let's look at the second approach. This one optimizes things by building our results step by step. Instead of explicit loops for the indices, we maintain 3 separate lists to track our progress. The list called 1 stores results, using just 1 number. The list called 2 stores results from 2 numbers. And 3 stores the final results. As we go through our numbers, the first thing we do is add the current number to the list, called 1. Then, we take everything that was already in list 1, XOR it with our current number, and save it to list 2. In a second pass through the numbers, we take everything in list 2, XOR it with our current number, and save it to list 3. Here is the code for this optimized enumeration approach. Just like before, after finding our bound, we create our 3 Boolean arrays. In the first main loop, for every number v, we mark it as seen in the list called 1. Inside that same loop, we iterate through all possible values x. If x is marked true in list 1, we combine it with v and mark it as true in list 2. Then we have a second main loop doing the exact same logic, but moving valid combinations from list 2 into list 3. Finally, we just count how many true flags are in list 3 and return that as our answer. Let's quickly visualize how these lists build up for our simple example. Initially, all our lists are empty, just filled with false. We look at the first number, 1. We mark the first index as true in our list called 1. Now we look at the second number, 3. We mark its index as true in the list called 1 as well. But we also check what is already in that list. It has a 1 from the previous step, so we take that one, XOR it with our current 3, which gives 2, and put that result in our second list. This logic continues, passing values forward without needing messy nested loops. Let's talk about time complexity. For the optimized approach, time is order in times m, where en is the length of our list, and m is the maximum element, since we loop through the limit for each number. Space is order m, to store our Boolean arrays. What about edge cases? What if the list is very small? If the array only has 1 element, the loops still work flawlessly, because the problem allows picking the exact same index 3 times. And since our lists start entirely filled with false, An empty initial state will not trigger any weird errors or out-of-bounds exceptions. Just a quick note, you might have noticed I have tweaked the format of these videos recently to be faster paced. This is an AI-narrated channel I built to help myself study faster, and I want it to be as useful as possible. Please let me know your thoughts on this new style in the comments, and remember to ask any questions about the problem there too. I also keep these videos completely ad-free and sponsor-free, so we can focus solely on learning. Alright, moving on. Here are the solutions in other languages. You can copy these from the website. Here is the full solution in Java. Next up, here is the C++ version. And finally, here is the solution in JavaScript. Let's quickly go over some key takeaways. First, XOR operations are bounded. The result will not exceed the next power of 2 above your maximum value. Second, Boolean arrays are often a much faster alternative to hash sets when you know the maximum possible value beforehand. And third, building states incrementally step by step can sometimes help you avoid writing slow, deeply nested loops. If you want to practice more than just the daily problem, check out my other channel, Leetcode Unlocked. I am trying to upload a solution for literally every problem on the platform. If you want to help support that massive goal, you can donate at buymeaboba.com/leetcodedaily. Please make sure to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you can get your streak done early. Keep coding, and I will catch you in the next one.